Hello, I'm Bill Ferris, and I'm the pastor director of Vineyard at Home, which is a house church network right here in Orange County. Excited for you to begin your adventure in bringing the church to the neighborhood and to the home. And I want to take a few minutes and just talk to you about a couple of important things to be thinking about as you're about to embark in February, Lord willing, on this new exciting adventure. One thing is to just remember that you are a church. When you come together in the name of Jesus as the gathered community of God's people, you're not just a house group or a home fellowship or something like that, although you are those things, but you're not just those things. You're really a church meeting as the church in a neighborhood, in a place where people live their real lives. And this is what's going to be so exciting as you embrace your identity as a church to do what churches do in that setting. Of course, to provide fellowship for one another and teaching and encouragement and worship and all those things, but also to really be present to your neighbors, to really be present to the people around you. We've discovered in our last 3 years that this makes a huge difference when we see ourselves as God's people, as a church gathered unto His purposes in a neighborhood setting. And so please keep that identity for yourselves as you launch out. You're launching out as a church, a mini church, you might say, but a church nonetheless, in every sense of the word, in every biblical sense of the word, on this mission. Second thing I'd like you to keep in mind is that you're on a mission. Your mission is not only to provide comfort and encouragement to one another as believers, but to be, as I said a moment ago, present to God's purposes and plans and His mission in that neighborhood and with the people and the everyday places around you. So I encourage you to look with eyes wide open for the needs that are in that location, or some people group you might find that you have interest in, or some particular location or circumstance that you might show up as a house church, as God's people, and make a difference in somebody's life. You could be serving people by raking their leaves, by offering them some other gift of yourself, in just being present to them, serving them, noticing needs in the neighborhood that you could meet, or you may find other ways to really show up in that neighborhood. I know in one situation we had, there was terrible mudslides last year near our house church in Foothill Ranch, and we wound up spending a couple weekends digging these people out of their mud and out of the goop that had just slid into their homes, into the swimming pool, completely filled up a whole swimming pool, and so forth. Well, it became legendary in that neighborhood that there were people that wanted to help without being paid or otherwise getting any credit, just because we're God's people. And it's really continuing to still tell a story in that neighborhood even to this day. So we're excited for what God might put in your path and how He might use you to touch the lives of your neighbors and friends there in the various neighborhoods that you'll be meeting in. And the third thing I wanted to let you know, and final thing, is that you have support. Pastor David has asked me to make myself available to help support and encourage and train you to whatever level that I can offer that. And you also have support from the Gate. And there's also a lot of rich resources now that are available on the internet and so forth that we can utilize to help you get a feel for the exciting mission that you're about to embark on and the exciting way of being God's community in the community. So with that, I'll turn you back over to Pastor David and just thank you for giving me your attention for a few moments, and just know that I'm praying for a great launch and a great start in February to this endeavor of starting these house churches. God bless you, and God bless everyone at the Gate. Thank you. Bye-bye.